Hello, this is the Wasaga Beach real estate market update for July 2020. I'm Andrew McKay of Remax here in Wasaga Beach. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below or do contact me privately, either email, direct message, call me 705-441-3179. There's lots to go through this. Oh my eyes just wish there's lots to go through this month because it's been an absolutely unbelievable month. So I've got some notes here to make sure I don't miss anything. The figures are absolutely incredible. So where do we want to go from here? Now, I think we need to set the scene a little bit. First of all, is repeating what I may have said before. March 21st, state of emergency, total, the market didn't collapse, but complete drop off for 1 or 2 weeks. April and May in Wasaga Beach weren't too bad. Number of sales were down about 25%, which it could have been a lot worse. Surrounding areas, Collingwood, Blue Mountain, Stayner, Clearview, 50, 60, 70, 80%. Felt like though there was a pent-up demand because people were still inquiring, but because of the nature of essential buyers and sellers, we didn't have the inventory and we couldn't show homes to that many people. So come June, things started to relax a little bit and the bars came back in their droves. And normally April, May, June are our busiest months. This year all bets are out. So we missed April, we missed May. June was a comeback month, still very good. July normally quiet, August normally quiet. We've got the pent-up demand and there's going to be no slowdown, summer slowdown as we normally have. So that sets the scene. There's the thing to bear in mind is where there's three sort of markets in Wasaga Beach. There's the land lease, the condo, and the single family home. Our market is predominantly single family home, not that many condos. Quite a lot of land lease, but it's a niche market, different type of buyer, different type of equity growth, management fees, land lease fees play a big impact on purchase price. But for overall, this is talking about all those three areas in Wasaga Beach. And bearing in mind, June was a record-breaking month. This is total number of sales. July just followed on and was even busier than June. The average sale price increased. The average listing to sales ratio is at almost 100%. If a house was 100% would be if a house is listed at 400,000, it sells for 400,000. So in Wasaga Beach in July, in all three areas, land lease, single family, and condos, there was 112 sales, of which 79 of these were single detached homes. The vast majority of the rest were land lease. So you can see how I tend to concentrate on single detached homes. Now, out of those 79, 28, which is 35%, sold at 100% or higher. So there was multiple offers. We're seeing multiple offers came back. And the average listings to sale ratio in Wasaga Beach was 99.7%. So nearly that far away from everything selling at least list price. So that's the 79 detached homes is the highest number since June 2016. So 4 years ago, and we've had the highest number of sales ever. Anyway, as I said, I'm now going to concentrate on single detached freehold homes. That's what all these figures refer to. We've got some graphics here to help. And if you'd like a copy of this report, please do contact me. Now, I've said before, there's 5 metrics, 5 statistics. And even though I think it was Mark Twain said there's lies, damn lies, and statistics, or words to that effect, they do give you a measure for the market. So the figures to bear in mind are the number of sales in the month and the number of sales year to date compared to the previous year, because months can vary, but that gives you a good idea of the overall market. The 12-month average sales price, the days on market, the sales to listing ratio, and the months of inventory left. So we'll go through, as I go through the figures, we'll talk about why those are relevant. So we've already seen that there were 79 homes sold in Wasaga Beach during July. This is a 1. So far this year, 269 homes have sold. That compares to 219 homes for the year to date, the same period 2019, an increase of 22.8%. And that's from January 1st to July 31st. So quite incredible figures considering the pandemic that we have been and we are going through. So then we look at the 12-month average sales price. This again, all single detached homes, 534,000. That is the average price, and an increase of just over 9% on the same figure 12 months ago. Now I'm just quickly seeing if there's anything. July itself had a 1.75% increase compared to June. So the busy market is equaling better prices. I mean, it's quite straightforward. So that covers those three metrics. Then the average days on market is 26. From the day it's listed to the day it's firm, all conditions removed, to 26. This is actually higher than the real figure. There's always a little bit of a delay. Most people have 7 days of conditions. So I'm using rounded figures here. The actual day the home sells conditionally may be, say 5 in this market, say 5 days for conditions, could be 20, 21 days. We then have had a lot of instances of sellers and their agents holding offers. So they won't look at offers till, for example, the 14th of July, even though it was listed on the 4th of July or the 10th of July, 7th of July. So again, that's delaying the offers coming in. So 26 is still quite a remarkable figure, but it's actually less than it really would have been. We can see 2016 was the busy year, as I said, and there we have May, June, the number of homes sold. This is detached again, but reflecting what we said for the overall, March was busy up to the beginning of the year was busy compared to these 2 years, previous 2 years. A dip in April, as you expect, coming back in May. June took off, busier than 17, 18 and 19. Then July, just quite incredible, the busiest month we've had since before 2015. So the next metric is average days on market. No, we've done that, sorry. As I mentioned, sales to listing ratio, that was for overall sales, but it's running at 99.65% for detached homes as well. So really, you're getting listing price. If it's priced property and it properly and it sells, you're getting listing price. Again, we can see busy for the beginning of the year, drop down in April, and then just a straight line increase in the whole month. Now, this is the interesting one, and the figure that a lot of people forget about is how much inventory there's left at the end of the month. How many homes are left there are available for sale. Now, when going into August 1st, there was literally only 1 month of inventory left on the market. So if no new homes got listed and the market stayed as busy, we would have no homes for sale at the end of August. 1, 2, 3 going into 4 months is considered a seller's market, very much in the favor of the sellers. 4, 5, 6 going into 7 is a balanced market, favorable to buyers and sellers. 7 months on, then it's a buyer's market. So we're strongly into a seller's market at the moment, not only because of the number of sellers, and I think that's all we need from the graphic actually. If you need any Collingwood figures, do contact me directly. We have those on these reports anyway. So going back to the months of inventory, strongly just a seller's market at the moment. And that's not only because of the number of buyers, people aren't listing either. We need more inventory, so there's a lack of people listing. Part of the problem is it's self-fulfilling. You know, you live in Wasaga Beach, you want to move in Wasaga Beach. Where do you move to? You can't find anywhere. You can't get used to the new prices. You don't want to do multiple offers. You don't list. If you're moving out of the area, if you're moving into a new home, if you've got a driver, that means you know what you're doing. Now is the time to list and sell. There hasn't been a better time over the last 4 or 5 years. That's for sure. So the lack of inventory is being driven by the busy market, is the number of buyers and the lack of inventory. Now, going to have a quick look at what the price ranges are, and I think we've got another graphic for that. Just share the screen once more. Here we go, and it gives me a chance to have a quick sip of coffee. Oops, wrong one. Sorry. Share screen. Right. Now, most homes are sold between the 475 and the 650 price range. Again, you can have a copy of this report if anybody wants it. So 650 is the ceiling, although 650 to 700 is quite active as well. But anything, to be honest, anything under 500 is getting multiple offers, even a cottage. Anything under 400, it is very rare to find at the moment. But for normal houses, bearing in mind the average price is 534, the busy mark 475 to 650. So what you would expect with the very busiest area being 500 to 600. But if your home's 650 and below, you're in the seller's market. You're in a very good position. Interestingly enough, though, year to date, there's been 6 sales between 800 and 900, and 2 sales between 900 and a million, 5 sales over $1 million. So halfway through the year, we were already equaling these last year's figures. 750 to 800 is actually is getting higher. So very, very much a seller's market. If you're listening to this on the podcast and you'd like a copy of the reports, please do contact me. If you have any questions at all, we'll get rid of that. If you have any questions at all, because I gloss over these, and it's obviously very specific to what your house is, whether you're thinking of buying in a price range or selling in a price range, or selling a house and it's in a certain price range. Needs much more detailed discussion, that's for sure. But if you have any questions, I hope this has been helpful. Just get hold of me. Thank you.